Hello my dear students, welcome back. That day of course we couldn't complete the entire questions of the 6 mark questions from the question bank during that live class because of time constraints. So if I'm not mistaken, I think we have finished up to question number 7. Up to that question we have already done. So I'll just continue with now question number 8. We'll try to finish up this question at the earliest. So I believe all of you are doing well. Let's continue and let's get straight to the point. Question number 8, question bank from the provided to us by the Nagaland Board of School Education for class 11 mathematics. So now going back straight to the question, that is question number 8. Find the equation of the circle. So since we have already done the live classes till question number 7, if those who haven't, you can just go back and then see, and then you can check out those videos. And the question bank, of course, you can easily download it from the NBSE website. It's available there, okay, for those who don't have it. I believe all of you have it now. So find the equation of the circle with radius 5 and whose center lies on the x-axis and passes through the point 2, 3. So this is a simple question rather. So it says, of course, first the center lies on the x-axis. So I'll do it using the standard form. So let the center of the circle be h0. For those who are watching this video for the first time, things might seem to be a bit odd, but as I say, this is a continuation of the live classes that we have been conducting on the question bank. So you can just go back and then just check out those videos also. So let the center of the circle be h0 since it lies on the x-axis. So the required equation is of the circle will be x minus h0 plus y minus 0 whole square equal to r squared. So that's going to be x minus h whole square plus y square equal to r squared. That's 5 for us, so that's of course 25. So maybe this is our equation 1. That's going to be the main equation of the circle. Simple as that. Now it's also given that the circle passes through the point 2 and 3. So maybe with that information we will be able to find out h, and that's all we need to get our solution done. So let's just write down, since the circle passes through the point 2, 3, then as I have already discussed earlier, that the point will definitely satisfy the equation of the circle. So that's going to be 2 minus h whole square plus 3 square is equal to 25. So that will be 4 minus 4h plus h square plus 9 minus 25 is equal to 0. Just trying to solve it now. So that's going to be h square minus 4h, h square minus 4h, 9, 10 minus 12. Minus 12 is equal to 0, so that's h square minus 6x plus 2 minus 12 is equal to 0. So h minus 6 plus 2, h minus 6 equal to 0. So I'll just do it here. So definitely h is equal to 6 or h is equal to minus 2. So we have, after factorization, we have actually like two values for h. That is either h is equal to 6 or h is equal to minus 2. So that means you will have two equations of the circle. So one by one we will get the equations of the circle. So let's solve that. So of course I rubbed it off anyway. When h is 6, the required equation is, so in that case this is going to be x minus 6 whole square plus y square is equal to 25. So let's get this equation done. I'll just rub this off now. So in that case you'll have x square minus 12x plus 36 plus y square is equal to 25. So that's going to be x square plus y square minus 12x. So 36 minus 25, of course, that's going to be 11, that's equal to 0. So that's the first equation of the circle that we have for us, that is x square plus y square minus 12x plus 11 is equal to 0. So this is when h is equal to 6. We have another condition, that is for h equal to minus 2. So let's go back to that also. In the same way I'm going to continue. So you can just pause the video and then write it down. Alright? Okay, so for the next part, I'll rub this off. For the next equation, that is when h is equal to minus 2. So only this will change, that is x equal to minus minus, so that's going to be plus 2. So of course there will be a slight change in the equation, definitely. So that's going to be what? X square plus 4x plus 4 plus y square minus 25 equal to 0. So that's x square plus y square plus 4x minus 21 is equal to 0. So that's why we have actually like here two equations of the circles. One is when h equal to 6, that is 1, and one is when h equal to minus 2. That means because it is given in the question that the center lies on the x-axis, so it can be anywhere. So as per the question, there are two conditions. One is when the center is lying at this point, 6, 0. That means the circle is somewhere around here. The other one is when the center is lying at minus 2, 0. That means the circle is somewhere on the left hand side of the axis. Of course, that's not our main point here, but that's what it means. Alright, let's go to the next question, not the sub question for question number 8, which says that's about the ellipse. Question number 8b. Find the equation of the ellipse whose center is 0, 0. That's usual. Major axis is on the y-axis and passes through the point this and this. So from, of course, there can be two ellipses. I'll just write, of course, as I say, you can download the question from the NBSE website. Find the equation of the ellipse whose center, I'll just write down the informations only. Center, of course, 0, 0. That means it's a perfectly symmetric standard ellipse that we're talking about. Major axis, it's the y-axis. This is the main point. And of course passes through the point 3, 2, 1, 6. So this is the information that is given to us. You're supposed to find out the equation of the ellipse. So in that case, of course, what we can have like two equations of, we have two ellipses, isn't it? One is the horizontal ellipse, one is the standard vertical ellipse. That means one is the horizontal ellipse that we are talking about, the other one is the vertical ellipse that we will be talking about. So now we have to decide on which ellipse would it represent. Would it represent the horizontal ellipse or would it be representing the vertical ellipse? Now from this information we will have to find out, but this information is enough. That is, the major axis is the y-axis. That means the major axis is the y-axis. That happens only for a vertical ellipse. So that sums it up. So we can start our solution. That is, I'll just write here, since the major axis is the y-axis, since the major axis is the y-axis, the ellipse is a vertical ellipse. So vertical ellipse will represent x square by b square plus y square by a square is equal to 1, because of course a is of course always greater than b. So that's the that is the standard equation. That can be our equation number 1. Now there are two conditions given, that is this vertical ellipse, of course what happens is passes through the 2 points, this and this. So since, you can just note it down, maybe I'll just write here, since the ellipse passes through the points 3, 2 and 1, 6. So in that case, what shall we have? In that case, definitely, as we have been talking again and again, that these points will definitely satisfy the equations of the ellipse. So in that case, the first point, then the condition of chalk is, then in that case what happens? First point will satisfy, that is x squared 3 2. So that's going to be, okay, I'll just write down 3 square by b square plus 2 square by a square is equal to 1. That might just imply 9 by b square plus 4 by a square is equal to 1. And just mark that as our equation 2. We might solve, because we see, to find out the equation of the ellipse, what do we need? We need only the values of a and b. Once we have that, that's enough. From there we can easily get the equation of the ellipse. And the second point is 1 6. So that's like 1 square by b square plus 6 square by a square is equal to 1. So that implies 1 by b square plus 36 by a square is equal to 1. That's our equation 3. So our job is to now solve these two equations and find out the values of a and b, and then get our required equation of the ellipse. How can we do that? So there are many ways to do that. Maybe I'll just use equating the coefficient method, that is equation 1 minus 9 times of equation 2. So when that happens, these are all class 11 standard, so simplification, of course, I guess you understand how to do. Minus 9 6 are 54, 5 left, 9 3 are 27, 28 9 30 is 132, 32 by a square, 1 minus 9, so 9b square, so we have a common LCM, a square, 4 minus 324, that's minus 320, minus 8. So definitely a square will be 320 divided by 8 4 are 32, so a square is 40. I'll keep a square as it is, as 40. Okay, because in the standard equation of the ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 0. So ultimately, even if I find out the value of a, I still need the value of a square. So what's the point in finding out the solution for a? Right, I have the a square, so let it be as it is. So fine, a square we have got. Let's go and substitute that in one of the equations and find out the value of b square. So where? Okay, equation 1, let's say, equation 2 I mean. So let's substitute the, so from equation 2, a square is 40. A square is 40, don't square it again, okay? That is one confusion, that generally mistake that students do. A square is 40, not a. You have to be careful with that, of course. So 10, so that's like 9 by b square equal to 1 minus 1 by 10. So that's of course 10 minus 1, 9 by 10. So that's again like 9, so that's 1 by b square is equal to 1 by 10. So that implies again b square is of course equal to 10. So b square is also 10. Let it be as it is. I'll keep b square also as 10 only. So we have our required values of a and b, or a square and b square, just to get the equation of the circle. That's all we need. So not the circle, sorry, the ellipse. Therefore, the required equation will be x square by b square plus y square by a square is equal to 1. So that was x square by b square is 10 plus y square by a square is 40 is equal to 1. That's the equation of the ellipse. Simple as that. Alright. Okay. The last set of questions, that's based on statistics. I believe that's not very difficult for you, but anyway, let's just try to do it. Find the mean deviation about the mean for the following distribution. So before we really go for that, question number 9, to find out the mean deviation, we know what are we supposed to do? To find out the mean deviation, you're supposed to first find out the mean, x bar, and once, no specific method, so no problem. you're supposed to find out the mean, and then of course find out its deviation from the mean, and then of course the ultimately how do we find out the mean deviation? That is summation of the product of frequency into the respective deviations, magnitude of the respective deviations by n. So you need to get your formula correct. Mean deviation above the mean. So these are simple things, statistics. It's not a big deal, of course. So let's continue straight. Let's go straight to the table. First question, number A, that's about finding out the mean deviation. So class interval. Okay, we'll have to prepare a table for that. So let's say class interval, that's 0 to 100. 100 to, don't miss out these questions, okay? These are very simple questions. So of course the middle value, these are simple things, again as I repeat, so I guess you can do that. Middle value, that's of course 50, 150, 250, 350, 450, 550, 650, 750. The frequency that is given to us 4, 8, 9, 10, 7, 5, 4, 3. So it depends on the deviation, whichever formula that you use, because they haven't given us any specific formula. So I always prefer the step deviation method. Calculation is much easier for me. That depends on you. So I will continue with the step deviation method only to find out the mean. That is, I'll have to first find out the assumed mean. So here A, assumed mean, any one of the values here, preferably. Generally, we prefer the middle value, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, okay, let's say 450. But that's up to you. Okay, it's just that we prefer the middle value, but that's all. So, I'll find out the deviation. So, deviation is very simple because once you have the middle values, you can see that all the this class interval is continuous of equal widths 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. So once everything is, this is the table is continuous, there is nothing much involved here, so you can see that as I say, the table is continuous with class interval of equal widths and all. So in that case, once the assumed mean is decided by you, for deviation all you have to do is assumed mean this 0. Just climb up -1, -2, -3, -4. You know the formula. If you need the formula, you can check out the formula and find out for yourself. Alright, because these are simple things, so I do not want to be wasting time much here. Find out the product, F into D. So F into D, of course, -16, -24, -18, -10, 0, 5, 8, 9. So adding them up, you'll have -46. So then, of course, our job is to find out the mean. So the mean x bar, that's going to be A plus, class 10 we have already done this, into H. So A 450 plus, this is -46 by N, that's the total of frequency into class width, that's 100, so that's 2 times. So that's like 450 minus 2, 6 or 12 minus 92. So mean will have 358. So the value of the mean would be 358. Alright, so once the mean is calculated, let's find out the magnitude of the deviations. That is x minus x bar, just the magnitude of the deviation, magnitude, so no negative values. That is x minus x bar, 50 minus 358. So that's going to be what? 308. Again, the class interval is of continuous, 100 each, so the next one will be 208, 108, 8. These things are very easy to predict. We can do it very quickly also. So this is going to be 92, 192, 292, 92. So then ultimately I believe this part is done. To find out the mean, I'm going to rub it off. And just pause if you haven't. Alright, so I'll be rubbing this part now. I need this space. So next is find out the frequency x minus x bar. So get the product of frequency with it. So I've calculated in advance for you so that we do not waste much time there. So that's going to be 1232, that is the frequency, and this product. 1232, 1664, 972, 80, 644, 960, 1168, 1176. So the total, that is 7896. So then it's simple. So the mean deviation about the mean will be simply, as I mentioned, f into x minus x bar summation divided by n. So that's 7896 divided by 50, and this value excuse me, sorry, this value we get chalk. No, I'm somehow quite allergic to this chalk dust, but there is no other option. I have to bear with it. So that's the value 157.92. All right, let's go to the second part. Second part, the second question is about find out the variance. Find out the variance and standard deviation using the shortcut method. Find out the variance and standard deviation using the shortcut method. That's number B. Find out the variance and standard deviation using the shortcut method. So that's about almost the same method that we will be using, but simply here just the variance and the standard deviation. So again, class interval. So the formula, what was the basic formula for that? Variance, of course, please note it down, sigma square equal to, there are different versions of the formulas, so don't be confused. You just stick to one, use one of them. Okay, so there's no hard, there are the same, it's the same formula, it's just that in some with different textbooks they are just denoted differently, but that's the only difference. It's the same formula. These are not different formulas, so don't be worried about that. So this is the formula that we will be using to find out the mean deviation using the shortcut method. H square by n square, where h is the class width, n square, n represents the total of the frequency, u represents the deviation that we will come to. Same, it's almost similar to step deviation method only. Okay, so it's not a big deal. So you can use this formula without confusing yourself. Alright, okay, let's do it quickly. So the class interval that is given to us is 70 to 75, 70 to 75, 75 to 80, 80 to 85, 85 to 90, 90 to 95, 95 to 100, goes on, 100 to 105, 105 to 1110, one more. 1110 to 115. Alright. Okay. The middle value, that's 72.5, 77.5, 82.5, 87.5, 92.5, 97.5, 102.5, 107.5, 1112.5. That's it. Frequency that is given to us, that's 3, 4, 7, 7, 15, 9, 6, 6, 3. Alright, so let's find out the deviation in the same way. That is, you can predict your deviation, that is here. A. That's up to you. So which one shall we prefer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So generally I'll prefer the middle value, 92.5. 92.5 FM radio, right? So 92.5. 92.5 or 91.5, something like that. Anyway. So the deviation, of course, here we represent by u. So as I say, class with all same continues. So that's 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use the formula and calculate. As I said, this is just a shortcut which we can just directly use. 60. So of course we will be needing the value of u square, square of the deviation from the formula. So that's 16, 9, 4, 1, 0, 1, 4, 9, 16. Then of course I'll be needing the product of the frequency with the deviation and product of the frequency with the square of the deviation. So that also I'll calculate. So f into, so minus 12, minus 14, minus 7, 0, 9, 12, 18, 12, total value after addition and subtraction 6. Just to save some time, I've calculated 48, 36, 28, 7, 0, 9, 24, 54, 48. So the value is 254. 254. Alright, so we can note this down. We'll find out we will go for the mean of calculating the variance now. So I'm going to wrap this off. You can just pause this video for once and then note down. Alright, done? Okay. So I'll be needing the value of this. So this I'll wrap. So what was the formula for variance then? As I say, the variance, sigma square, that was h square by n square, n into summation of f into u square minus square of f into u whole square. So h square class with, what was our class with? 5, isn't it? So that's 5 square. N was total of frequency, if I'm not mistaken, that was 60. Divided by n is 60 into this value, f into u squared, 254, minus f into u, that was 6 whole square. So this value is 25 by 3600, 15240 minus 36. So this value you will be getting after calculation 105.58. Alright, so variance, that is the variance, sigma square. So standard deviation, that's not a big deal. Standard deviation is simply root over of the variance, that is going to be square root of 105.58. So this value, if you calculate, you'll be allowed the use of simple calculators. So this value, if you calculate, I believe you will be getting around about 10.27. So this is the formula that we generally use to find out the variance and the standard deviation. All right. So that's basically it. Because the next question is about find out the mean deviation about the median for the following distribution. So I guess that you can manage, I believe. Alright, so that I believe you can manage. Okay, I'll just do that, but because the second question, number 10b, that's about finding out the mean deviation about the variance, about the median. The first question was about the mean, find out the mean deviation about the mean. This question is about finding out the mean deviation about the median. So this one I'll do it for you. So find out the mean deviation about the median. So the formula will be same. We're supposed to find out the median and the mean deviation will be same. Formula doesn't change much except for the median. That's it. So this is much easier. So let's quickly do this. That is question number 10a. Let's get the table done. That is class interval 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. So middle value if we need, yeah, okay, we will need, so middle value of course 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. The frequency that is given to us 6, 8, 14, 16, 4, 2. So of course to find out the median, we need a median. So up to class 10 standard you've already done this, so I'm sure that you already know, so I'm sure that I don't have to explain this to you in very much of detail, but still that cumulative frequency. So the cumulative frequency that we have here is 6, 6 plus 8, that's 14, 14 plus 14, that's 28, 28 plus 16, that's going to be 44, 44 plus 4, that's going to be 48, 48 plus 2, that's going to be 50, and this total also will be 50. So we can check and verify, that's going to be 50 into 50. So we'll need two more tables. So one will be, the formula is same, okay, the one will be as usual, that is to find out the deviation from the median, the magnitude, and the product from with the deviation, that is x minus m magnitude and f into its product. Alright, so let's find out the median. So here, if you remember, we have to first find out the median, that is median class. So how do we find out the median class? We find out the value of n, that is about what? 50. I'm going to do this quickly. N by 2, that's 25. So 25 of course falls here because that is after 14 from the cumulative frequency, 20. After 14 till 28. So the median class is this. So median class is 20 to 30. So here the lower limit of the median class is 20. Class width of course is 10. CF, that's like, I mean the value of C is what? Cumulative, because if you remember the formula, if you're done, because this part I don't need, so I'm going to rub this off now. Okay, anyway. Because to find out the median, the formula was L plus n by 2 minus c divided by f into h. So we need these values. L we already have, lower limit of the median class. N by 2 that we have already calculated, 25, minus c, what? C represents the cumulative frequency of the class before the median class, so that's 14. F represents frequency of the median class, that is also 14, into class width is 10. Got it? So with the help of that, if you just calculate, you will be getting the value of the median as 27.86. I've already calculated that for you, so that as I said, we can save some time. So median, you can just do the calculation, you'll be getting 27.86. I need to draw the table once again. But anyway, I guess you can already do, no? 30 to 40, how was it? 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, so that's 35, 45, 55, 16, 42, 44, 48, 50. So now, x minus median. What was our median that we calculated? That was approximately 27.86. You can approximate also. So x minus median, its magnitude, so that's going to be like 22.86, 12.86, 2.86, 7.14, 17.14, 27.14, and the product with the frequency 137.16, 102.88, 114.24. You will have the calculator, so it should not take you that much time. Sorry, this will be 40.04, 114.24, 68.56, 54.28, and its total value, that will be 517.16. 517.16. Alright, so ultimately this is done now. I don't need this anymore. It's kind of messy, please bear with that. I've already calculated, that's why, no? So therefore mean deviation about the median will be the same formula, that is product of the frequency with the deviation into divided by n. So that's like 517.16 divided by n. What was the frequency, total frequency, divided by 50? So this value will be 10.34. So that's basically about that. So find out the mean deviation about the mean and median. It's generally the same concept, just that you have to find out the mean in one case, you have to find out the median in one case. Alright, so that's it. And next question that we have, the second option, that's about the variance, mean variance and standard deviation again. So it's almost the same question that we have just done in the previous question, just before this. So I will not do that. You can just try that. You can just try that on your. It's almost the same. Alright. So that literally winds up the question bank, solution of the question bank for this year. So I hope that you have learned from this video. If you have learned, please don't forget to like, share, and of course do subscribe. So, and please, yes, very importantly, please do not forget to share with your friends, those who do not have any privileges. And yes, if you have liked the video, please do like the video. Alright then, till then, see you next time again. Bye bye.